Hey guys, Al here, Vitalized Seed. Hope everybody's doing well. So today I wanted to do a short video on soil arthropods. So there's a ton of science. I mean, there's entire books on soil arthropods. I'm not even going to pretend to understand all of that, but they do play an important role in the soil food web. And some of the things that they're good at doing is decomposition. So sometimes you'll hear them referred to as shredders of organic matter, which is really important because sometimes if organic matter is in too large of forms where it's going to take a long time for bacteria to break it down or fungi to break it down, these guys can shred it up a little bit, which is going to help to speed up the process. So that actually also helps with the nutrient cycling of those pieces of organic matter as they work their way through the soil, and then of course their excrement. A lot of times people know of worms, but obviously all of these arthropods have different levels of excrement. That's going to help with not only soil aeration as they move their way and tunnel through soil. Again, most people are thinking of worms, but all of these different arthropods, and there's many more that are listed here, are going to have impact on that for soil aeration. And again, as we talk about those biotic glues holding soils together and helping soil aggregation. And that's also, very critical to water infiltration. And then lastly, which I think is really important and something that people who are using the Vitalize 1-2 system will notice this, especially if you're planting grain and you're reducing tillage and you're reducing disturbance, you'll start to notice a big influx of these type of species in your fields. Some of these are obviously that you can see with the naked eye. Obviously, there's other a lot of biology you would need a microscope to see, but just talking about insects and then of course in the arthropod family, you start to see some of these, and there's what's happens is there's good predation. So what I mean by that is some of these species are going to help to reduce predation on the plants. So some other insects, let's say aphids, for example, you're going to actually have some of these arthropods in there that are going to be hurting or killing those predators of the plant species, which is going to reduce the stress in the plant and have healthier plants. Obviously, for guys who like turkey hunting, if you're using our mixes in a food plot setting, this is also very good because a lot of good bug habitat. You're thinking this is different ecosystems, right? So a lot of good bugging habitat is going to help those larger predators to come in because they're going to obviously want to eat those bugs. So it's multiple steps down, but I always like to tell guys, when you're looking at a field and diversity in focusing on soil health and things, obviously we can dive into a lot of different areas and really get in depth. But just at a high level, think of it as creating your own ecosystem, right? You're taking this 1 acre grid, let's say, and you're creating the best 1 acre little ecosystem you can. And by having diverse root structure and all that, it's below ground, then above ground. Well, what's that little ecosystem look like? Well, it's going to have all these different types of bugs and arthropods and all these other types of critters that are moving on through there, and it's then going to help feed to the larger predators such as white-tailed deer come in, and then also turkeys, and also if you have grouse in your area, etc., are going to come in there and eat. So it's really interesting to see how everything kind of stacks on top of each other, and that's kind of why they call it the soil food web and how it's all interconnected. So hopefully you guys found that interesting, and of course we want to continue to create this environment and promote this environment, and we can do that through reducing disturbance. You go in there and you till and spray insecticides and do all that type of thing, you're obviously going to kill a lot of the good things that we can use to our benefit for decomposition, soil aeration, nutrient cycling, and also positive predation on the negative pest species. So hopefully you guys found that interesting. If you do like this stuff, please share, subscribe, and follow along, and check us out at vitalizeseed.com.